This is one that I would like to win for sure. We've gotten so close so many times and never been able to pull it off. You almost can't prepare for it. Vegas to Reno is that one race that eludes us every year. Instead of a big desert car with a big fuel cell, we went small, light, and fast.
We gotta go, we can't get behind him again.
It's a race to see who gets there first, and I hope it's us.
It's a sketchy strategy, but we're gonna run it. We're back out here again. Everybody knows the drill. It's another wild and crazy race, and this time it's Vegas to Reno. It seems like it's our arch nemesis. It's broke us so many years, and we've gotten so close so many times. We've had a fourth, a third, a second, but we're always chasing that win. It's been crazy weather out here. The track is gonna be wet. It's already shaking things up to where we don't get to start at the starting line. So when they start throwing wrenches in there last minute, it adds a tremendous amount of stress. So what do you expect when it's Vegas to Reno? It's just gonna be like that sometimes. It's kind of an easy day for us. We got to get registered. We got to get all of our stuff ready for the races. We got to get that car checked and then get ready for qualifying tomorrow. We're gonna get this day rolling, get out here in the heat, get the car checked, and plan for tomorrow.
I have no idea what to expect. I've never even been to Vegas, so I'm going in blind, completely blind. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm excited, but a little nervous at the same time. Starting at pit 1 and the course kind of changing and barely just getting the course map this morning. We do a lot of homework ourselves on preparing ourselves for the race, and we're a little behind the ball now that everything's changing because of the rain down here. So
don't do that. You know what? Show them the plug that Cowboy cut into the dash. Show them your fab work that you did. You send him a $100,000 car. First thing he does is cut the dash out and mount a Amazon plug in the dash and say it's better. This is the fun and easy part. From here, it gets tougher and more draining for sure. Qualifying is gonna be super wild because we're going 2 at a time, something we've never done. And 2 at a time qualifying in desert cars, something could definitely go bad. These are big, heavy cars, not made for short coursing. And when you're doing door-to-door racing these things, it can definitely turn out sketchy.
pulling all the extra weight off this car for qualifying, putting smaller wheels and tires on so we can get a little more power out of it. Anything helps, you know?
When they change the course like this last minute, man, it makes it tough because we have a solid pit strategy that we put in place 2 weeks ago preparing for this. Now it's changed overnight and it's only 2 nights before the race. So it throws a huge wrench in there. That changes how we're gonna fuel the car, when we're gonna fuel, how often we're gonna stop. Besides that, Dustin has 20 or 30 hours of work into the race course. And so when you move that around, that really amplifies a lot of stress for everybody. So
it's got me stressed to the max. You know, I feel like I don't have time to get everything done. You know, I'm probably gonna have to pull an all-nighter tonight just to make sure we have our course notes. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting once we get out there.
Back out of Prim Valley this morning, getting the car out of the trailer, getting it out and staged ready so we can watch the qualifying a little bit this morning.
So suspension feels good, car feels light, got everything stripped off of it. She's ready to qualify. Man, a big change for this year at Vegas to Reno is we're running our King of the Hammers car, which is certainly a bold strategy, a bold move on our part because it's got a really small fuel cell on it. And so we're kind of going outside of the norm. Instead of a big desert car with a big fuel cell, we went small, light, and fast. And so that means we're gonna have to stop for fuel more. It's a different strategy than we've taken in the past, but this car has proven to be fast, man. We won the Mint 400 in this car just a few months ago. We always strive to be better. We always strive to try new things and get out front. And so I want to see how this car does out here, if it's manageable with a small fuel cell. But honestly, pit stops and stopping for fuel could be the detriment of this race. And it's a sketchy strategy, but we're gonna run it.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. On dirt road, all on my own. I'll be the greatest, write my name in the stone, write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home, write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
It's been a good day, man. Qualifying was good. You know, like always, we try not to tear the car up. It looks like we turned out 7th place, something like that. So in the top 10 was our goal. If you can get in that top pack of guys, then you're in a good spot. Everybody in front of us is super fast, so that hopefully means we'll have some clean air for a while until the battles start really going down at the end of the race.
Then we placed 7th overall. Course was less muddy than we expected. It really dried out overnight somehow. We were all happy with how the car performed. DJ was happy, DH was happy, so we're ready to go.
Filling it up, just getting it ready for tomorrow. That way it's all good to go. As soon as we show up to the start line, we're ready.
Just finished re-prepping the car as the guys jumped on it, swapped everything out, got it set up for the race. Everything's starting to culminate into tomorrow's race, and it's going to be a crazy Vegas to Reno.
I've been working on course notes, so I'm getting close. We got about 15 hours before the race, and I'm about halfway done. So it's going to be a late night for me. But it's part of it. It's part of racing. So maybe I'll be so tired tomorrow I won't be nervous.
We start counting down to the race right now, man. Now the qualifying's done and the car's in there, and so tonight I'm going to get a terrible night's sleep. Tonight I'm not going to be able to eat dinner because I won't have an appetite. It's because like the anxiety and the emotions start running, man. And even over all the years that we've done this racing, it doesn't seem to end. I still have those nerves. It still makes me nauseous. And like I just almost dread pulling up to that start line until the green flag drops and we get to go. Man, this morning up, I actually slept decent last night. We're not in no big hurry this morning. Staging's a little later in the day. So we can take our time, get everything ready, get down.
Overall, I feel good. Hadn't started getting nervous yet. Once we get a little bit closer, it'll start feeling a little bit more real. And then I'll get super nervous, just like always.
That saga that is Vegas to Reno continues. So they got the road shut down, headed out to staging. We were just gonna make it on time for staging. We had everything worked out. Well, now this is a pretty big wrench. And so depending on how long we sit here, we're gonna be late to staging for this one. Always some wrenches thrown in this stuff. See how it goes. Go! Woo! It's hectic out here, man. You know, they had to change it last minute because of the rain, and we're pulling up, dumping off, getting some things done. Gotta get in the car. Should be good. Here we go.
Get her, boys. Gonna get the car out and get it to the start line. Start chasing.
It's game on now. We got stopped for like 45 minutes in a line of traffic. It's kind of stressful right now, so we're just trying to keep it together, but it's getting ready to start.
So we just got to the start line. We're a little bit late this morning, so we're kind of scrambling. That always adds to the anxiety, but that's part of it. So we're suited up. We're getting ready to jump in the car and start this long, dangerous journey all the way to Reno. So it's a race to see who gets there first, and I hope it's us.
Vegas to Reno is that one race that eludes us every year. From the very first year that we raced it, this is one that I would like to win for sure. We've gotten so close so many times and never been able to pull it off. So, and man, it would certainly mean something to put Vegas to Reno trophy on that mantle this year.
Copy that, boys. Good luck. Hard right 90, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hard right.
We just watched Dustin and Dustin take off from the start. We were headed for pit 3, which is our first pit stop.
Take care of a little minor few second pit stop on some fuel just to make it pit 4 and we'll be good to go.
I feel good today, too. Good. My mind feels really clear. Good. Watch for ruts through here. Okay. Medium left, right chicane coming up.
55.
Out. We need a belt change.
JSP copy, need a belt change.
Take your time and do a good belt change.
They can handle a belt.
You can feel that belt coming apart? Yes, right there at the end. That's what sent us in the limp mode. Yeah. Tell us when we can go. Thank you, guys. Yep, straight like that. Straight through here.
Made all the pits so far and had good pits when I had to do some stuff, so everything's going good. The car's doing good. Hopefully
we'll have a good race.
We're just hopefully slamming and going.
You gotta get us out there. We gotta go. We can't get behind him again. Hard right 90 coming up. 3, 2, 1. Hard right 90.
We got a little concern on one of the tires, but we're watching it and everything's going good.
Yeah, so we're at pit 4. We're getting ready to fill him up with gas, and then we got to load up in the trailer. After that, we got an hour to travel, I think 15 miles-ish to pit 5, and after that, we're gonna unload and the race will continue.
Straight through here. Got a little right-left chicane coming up. 4, 3, 2.
2 miles out. Moving.
I know it's crazy to see us out of the car in the middle of a race, but this year's Vegas to Reno has been crazy. We have a pit stop where we have to skip a section because it's too washed out from the rain. So we loaded the car up in pit 4. We're towing it, it's right in front of us. We're headed to pit 5. We're gonna drop it off, get back in the car and take off like it's starting the race again. So it's been a rough start to the race. We had a bad belt right off the start. Had some vibration from the belt, putting the motor into limp mode. So we went all the way to pit 1 in limp mode. Had the guys change it. Car went back to running good. So now we're on the road in what's called the transfer section. Get to rest, eat, and then back in the car and let's roll again.
Seemed like a super short little section that flew by, even though I think it was like 150 or 60 miles. So it was pretty intense. We had a couple battles going on, and thankfully we were able to get around a couple guys in the pit. So had a clean race so far. I don't think we've hurt or torn anything up. So I think we're still physically top 4 or 5. So as soon as our hour's up, we're gonna continue the charge, push, try to put some pressure on those top guys in front of us and see where it ends up at the end of the day.
You know, I heard they are sitting like 6th or 7th overall, and I'm hearing 3rd in class at the moment, but it's hard to tell, man. It's really hard to tell, especially with those transponders that lag. If that's the case, then awesome.
We just rolled into pit 11. Hopefully not have to fix anything. We're gonna put 12 gallons of gas in it and hopefully check the rest of the car and send them on the way. And this should be the last time we see him before the finish. So
11, we're 2 miles out. We need an O2 sensor change.
Copy that. Right here, right here, right here. Couldn't understand him until he was about 1.5 miles out and wanted an O2 sensor, and I have no idea where that was, but I found it. Luke got the air box tube cut for some reason. He thinks he was starving for air, not sure what was going on there. Got it filled with another 17 gallons, and now we're on our way to the finish.
How are you, sir?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, buddy. It's been past a long day.
Give it up for the co-driver right here. You know, I kind of paid today a lot of respect to the co-drivers because I think Dustin today was a course that really, they had to really keep an eye on what's going on. People to thank?
Yeah, first of all, thank Dustin because he killed it today. This is one race that I think he literally never missed a single call. If there's a mistake, it was because of my terrible driving. And then outside of that, all the pit crew, all the guys that came out to help us, they killed it, man, because we had a lot of things going on. We had them changing parts, fuel and tires, all kinds of sorts of things that these guys did awesome, kept us moving all day. And then all the guys that help us do this. So S3 Power Sports, our little shop out of Louisiana or Tennessee or Arkansas or whatever you always say.
I know, I finally got it figured out. I got it figured out.
Oh man, so Vegas to Reno is done. We brought the car in, finished it again. It looks like we might have got fourth. So, and just Vegas to Reno is not our race. We had trouble all day. We just couldn't get it done, man. We ran good until we didn't run good. And so the crew did an amazing job. So it's tough, man. It was a long race. Cars stayed together great.
We still got a solid top 5 finish. I think we ended up 4th, which is very surprising despite the issues and the trouble that we had today. So, but other than that, you know, DJ drove a flawless race, and our calls were on point, our notes were on point, the car was on point, pit crew was on point, everything was dialed. Nothing that we could have predicted or planned or prepared for, but it's part of racing.
Man, it's a long day and another Vegas to Reno that we struggled at. So go back home, tear the car down, figure out what's going on, be ready to do another one.
Well, I'm a liar,
Want to give me a Lunchable?
How's my hair look stupid?
No, you look good. 48.
I do?
I know why this one's on there.
Why? We want to know.
Come on, man, enough, boy.
Went pretty good, kind of hectic. Chris, your turn. I'm always doing it. You do one.
Bringing one race, he starts stealing the racetrack.